Hello guys, welcome back, and this is my video tutorial number 35, and this video I'm going to show you how to do pagination. Okay, to start we will need now a new file, okay, and you can call this new file pagination.php, and let's go to let's open, for example, let's say update.php, because we will need the connections to the database. Okay, these two lines, the MySQL connect localhost root or die, and MySQL the database called test site. So copy that, and let's get back to pagination, and let's paste that here. Okay, this will make able to connect to our database. Let's close update.php and let's save pagination.php. Okay, so we now have a connection to the database, and now I want you guys to make a new variable called per page. Okay, and per page is going to be equal to 6. Okay, I will explain you later on what this is. Just copy this and type this in your notepad. Per page equals to 6. Okay, now let's type a new variable called query, and this is equals to MySQL a query to the database, and let's type select name, okay, which is the field name from the table users. Okay, so the table is users and the name is the field that we want to get. So this variable or this line of code will get all the names in our database from table users. Okay, so let's go on, let's proceed. Okay, now let's create a while loop, okay, that will take all the values in the names field and will make an array, an associative array. And to do that, we already did this in the search engine. To do this, we have to type query row, a new variable, and equals to MySQL fetch assoc, and this means that it will create an associative array with all the names in the in the field name or names, I think. Yeah, let me see, where is it? Name, with the field name. Well, I'm not sure if it's name or names. Let me open a new file and let me see, update. It's, let me see, okay, it's name. So we are correct. So name. In the field name, this while loop will take all the names. Okay, it will make an array with all the names in our database. So here we have to type between the parentheses the variable query to get all the names, and now let's make an action which is an echo. Let's echo all the names. Echo. Now let's echo query row, and let's type here a line break. Okay, let's save this, And let's open our browser. And oops, it's too big. Let's go here to localhost home, and let's type, instead of home.php, we have to type pagination.php. Okay, so we have an array but what I want is an array with the names. So to output the names, we have to type here name, okay, which is the field with the names. So let's save this and let's refresh, and there it is. Okay, we have a list of all the names in our database. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, now we need another variable, and this variable, we're gonna call this pages query equals a MySQL query, and inside we're gonna type select count, okay, and parentheses, and inside the parentheses we are going to type ID, okay, and then we type from users. Okay, so what this does, this line of code, is it will count every ID in the table users. Okay, the field ID. Okay. Okay, now we need a new variable called pages. Okay, and this is equal to MySQL result, and inside the parentheses we are going to type two parameters, pages query, okay, which is the line above, okay, with all the IDs, or the number of IDs that we have in the database, pages query, and the second parameter is 0. This 0 means the first row, what number do we want to give them, okay? So the first row return is 0, okay? So remember, we start always from 0, 1, 2, okay? So let's proceed. And now what I want to do before we proceed to any other line of code is here after MySQL result row, okay, this is the counting of the pages, the IDs that we have, right, of the rows that we have in the database. I want to divide that by this variable here. What it means is that for example, now I have 6, and what this means is that for each page in our search or whatever, where we use the script, in each page I want to be presented 6 values in the first page, or 6 names or users. In the second one, 6, and the third one, 6. Okay, if we want more, I can change this to 10. Okay, but for now let's leave this at 6. Now what I need is to divide the result of the total of the rows or users that we have in the database, divide that by 6, right? And that will give us a result to divide, to have in each page the same number of users. So here I type divided, the symbol divide, by this variable here, per page. Okay, so let's type per page. Okay, so now we have a problem, because we might have in this calculation, when we divide, we might have a problem because we might have a result with decimal numbers. Okay, and to have a result with a whole number, we have to use something called seal, okay? And this is an attribute or a built-in function that will take the result of this calculation and will take a decimal number and it will change that to the nearest whole number, okay? Always up, okay? So to take this result, if we have 1.3, okay, it will go to 2, right? If we want them to go to 1, we have to put here 4, okay? So let's type seal, and if we have 1.3 users, okay, we will take this result to number 2, the whole number 2, okay? And then the results will proceed to the next page, okay? So now that's it. Okay, now I want you guys to type a new variable called page parentheses, and I'm going to show you now how to make the if statement, but without typing the if, and also without typing curly braces, okay? It's a new way of when we have to do an if statement really fast, or a simple if statement, and this is the way you do it. First of all, you type parentheses, and this is where the condition is going to be, and then you type the question mark, and then you type the colon, okay? Now inside the parentheses, the condition is going to be if is set, which means if this is this between the parentheses now is set, as the word says. It's pretty simple. If this is set, or we typed this, which is, oops, sorry, the get variable page, okay? So if the get variable page is set, after this, after the question mark, we type whatever we want the code to be to run, okay? In the case that this is true, okay? So this is probably like the open curly brace, and in here we type integer, and I will explain you later on what this line of code means, okay? But it's for security reasons, okay? And in here we type page, and after the colon, this is like the else, okay? So this is, if this is true, do this code. If not, do whatever I'm going to type now, which is 1, okay? Now let's save this. Let's open the browser here. Let's refresh. Pagination. Okay, we have an error now, but it's normal because it is supposed to be an error. Okay, now let's proceed. Now let's type a new variable called start, and start is going to be equal to page minus 1, and this means that the page, okay, which is here, which is 1, is going to start always in 0, okay? So page is 1, so this minus 1 will take the page, or set the page, the first page, to 0, okay? And as you know, we always start with 0 in the PHP. So by per page, okay? I'm running out of time, guys. See you in the next video, okay? Bye.